Yeah, so anyway, that scene lasts about a split second. Again, more chess pieces. With all that build up, finally the couple talk. And we get a picture of the marriage and the pair that the struggle they're going through. They quite clearly love each other.
Yes.
John has such a great sense of pride. Like she's out here going, I miss you. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, but not enough to use my name. And it's like,
He was so petty in that moment. Like, dude, your wife called you here. Is making sure that you meet her bosses, and she's just saying, "Look, man, I miss you." And you're like, "If you miss me so much, then I'm like, yo,
Are you
John,
trying to win a fight or win a wife? Which one are you trying to do?
what are you doing?"
Yeah. Well, what are you doing? Why are you handing yourself an L like this? Why? Why would you do this?
I think he's a traditional man. I think he's a traditional.
I could understand that on some level, but I think what it is, and I think it's set up throughout the storyline, by the way. It's very cleverly set up, quietly set up. And this is where you can tell a writer was involved here. Is that John McClane is prideful. He has because remember we talking about character weaknesses before.
Mm-hmm.
John McClane is smothered in pride. He has to get the last word in. There are times when he shouldn't have been talking to Hans, but he was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's a prideful character.
Yeah.
He's got a sense of humor. He always feels he's right, and to the point where, and that's one of the reasons why he has problems with his wife. And to the point where his wife is like, there's a nice line later on where one of the bad guys is just pissed off and he's hitting things, and it's like when one of the characters is like, oh, well, that guy, he's angry, and it's like, oh, my husband's still alive. Because
Yes,
can make someone that angry.
that's why I feel like he's like a traditional man. Like if this movie was set in South Africa, he probably could have been a Zulu guy or something. You know what I mean? Like a traditional. I won't bend to the modern
Oh
thing.
my God.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like this whole
I
thing
hear
of you
what you're
being,
saying.
yeah, this whole thing of you being like a
Says
corporate.
a woman is, a man is.
Yes, because
Never says that.
because if you listen to that conversation between him and the wife, he says something like, "This is not the idea of a marriage that I."
It's what she says. She says this is not your idea of a marriage.
And then he says, "What do you know about my idea of marriage?" And she's like, "No, I know exactly what idea of marriage that you want." You know what I mean? So that line for me says that he is very rigid in his ways. Like he has a very old.
Yeah. But he
old.
would have tried to fight for the kids, but he didn't. He ended up fighting for his wife instead, actually. So I feel like that's unique as well.
Right.
No, the kids leave with the wife.
Right.
And
Right.
he's
And
out
no offense to the Zulus. I'm sure they understand what I'm trying to say here. I hope.
definitely. Hey,
Yeah.
Doc, you know what? Cause fights. It's beautiful. We need more attention. Nothing is bad for us.
Uh,
But